Your Excellency, Philip News, President of the Republic of Mozambique, my friend, Honorable distinguished ministers and senior officials and guests, business executives, academic, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the kind introduction, for the warm hospitality. I'm very pleased to be back in Maputo for this long overdue visit. We are happy for the opportunity to deepen the friendship between Rwanda and Mozambique, to revitalize cooperation in areas of mutual interest for our countries and our continent. Today's discussion reflects this desire to share experiences and learn from each other. Rwanda and Mozambique share a history of liberation struggle. We also have in common the determination to build an independent and prosperous future for our citizens. The scale and the depth of devastation that Rwanda experienced in 1994 led many to believe that our country would never be viable again. For the last 22 years, most of our energy has been absorbed by nation building. This is why we are often asked how Rwanda was able to recover, rebuild, and make progress. It is a difficult question to answer for several reasons. Well, first of all, we don't really consider it as a miracle. I think it is a set of those things people are able to do, and it also, in a sense, gives a picture of what human beings are capable of doing, either the negative or the positive. That is the story of Rwanda. We took many risks and improvised solutions as we went along. And some of these answers may not be transferable to other situations or contexts. More importantly, while we continue to advance, we know that we are not yet where we want to be. There's still a lot of work to do. And the modest achievements we registered must be seen in that context and be safeguarded. But a few principles anchored in universal values that we all share have been consistent. I don't want to give such a long academic lecture, but allow me to offer a few thoughts to start our conversation here today. First, we defined our priorities based on the needs and interests of Rwandans, and we start by them. At each point, we asked ourselves, will this unite Rwandans or divide us further? Will it contribute to making Rwanda a dignified and prosperous nation for all in the end? We also worked hard to bring our partners along, as opposed to responding to plans made elsewhere that would ultimately benefit neither Rwandans nor even those supporters. As an example to illustrate this thinking is the decision, there are a number of them, our government made, say, to invest public resources into major commercial projects. These have included, to name a few, a 5-star hotel, Serena in Kigali, some of you may know that, and later on, Rwandair, our national carrier. These decisions were made despite the objections of our partners and bankers who did not see a business case, and maybe traditionally that's how it should be seen. But we saw it differently and learned important lessons. The naysayers were right in some commercial sense, but completely wrong in a broader view of our context and Rwanda's economic future. We believe strongly in the power of free markets and entrepreneurship, and the state has no role running commercially viable businesses. However, at that stage, no private money was willing to come in because of perceived risks. For us, these assets are like utilities. We knew that there would be no immediate profit on these enterprises, but ultimately, we are looking to profit as a country. Now that we have them, I will just let you know that, first of all, they have paid off, especially the hotel, the loans we acquired when we were setting them up. And we see them as serving everyone, and we have seen that businesses have been making money, or individual businesses building on what these entities have provided. The second principle we relied on to move forward as a country was mobilizing all Rwandans to participate in building a new society, completely different from what we had known before. This process could not even begin without bringing back home over 3 million Rwandans who had been compelled into exile by the former government and the forces of that government in a different way. It also meant delivering justice for genocide victims and survivors, while fostering reconciliation among all Rwandans, because we had no choice but to live together again. The solution to this unprecedented justice challenge was Gacaca, our community court system as a whole, which went to the core of institution building in Rwanda. Through Gacaca, Rwanda was able to try 2 million cases that would have taken hundreds of years to try in the conventional courts. And we did that in less than 10 years. Most importantly, it resulted in a more harmonious society. From this experience, we learned the importance of tackling the hardest things first. Once Rwandans saw that we could deal with the legacy of genocide and were living side by side again, other goals which seemed impossible became more realistic. We also learned how to find solutions through dialogue and consensus, bringing people together regularly while investing the time required to answer questions about new changes and having them own the process had a tremendous impact. This drive for inclusiveness necessarily meant empowering previously marginalized groups to, especially in this case, bring in the case of women, as we know it. In practice, ensuring the broadest possible participation of Rwandans meant that everyone who subscribed to the agreed constitutional order, which is defined by national unity, had a place in the new Rwanda. Finally, from the beginning up to this day, we have been working to change mindsets, not just laws and policies. It is indispensable for each and every Rwandan to reflect on our collective experience, to get us thinking differently about the kind of Rwandans we aspire to be and the country we want to have. The choices we faced were absolutely fundamental. For example, on national identity, are we Rwandans first and foremost, or something else? On service delivery and accountability, no officials serve the public, or will we tolerate it being the other way around? And on the quest for prosperity, is every citizen responsible for our well-being, or do the state or foreign donors owe us a living? These choices involved extensive dialogue and consensus building among citizens. But once agreed upon, we were able to set about building the institutions and the systems necessary for implementation and tracking progress toward our goal. Even as we were focused on healing and reorganizing internally, we have always believed in the importance of integration, both economic and political, with the partner states in our region and across our continent. Our visit here is in keeping with Rwanda and Mozambique's shared commitment to go beyond national interest to continental unity to bring African countries and people together. We do this not only because it is a good idea, but because it is essential for taking full advantage of the benefits of globalization for the advancement of our citizens. I wish, Mr. President, to thank you once again and thank the distinguished audience for your kind attention, and I look forward to our conversation. Thank you very much.